Hey, it's your boy Ng Gavin, back with another video. Guys, we're out here in nature today. We're just near this water river. So I thought I'd shoot a video just to give you a bit of context. And in this video today, I want to talk about my top 10 tips to leave your job and earn a full-time income online. Now these tips, I wish I knew these when I first started. I've been living in Thailand now for about 4 years. If I would have just known this before, like I started this whole journey, I think I would have got here a lot sooner. So take these tips, apply them in your life, and if this is something that you want to do, you want to leave your day job and earn a full-time income online and live anywhere in the world, these top 10 tips are going to help you. I guarantee it if you apply it. So let's get into it. Number 1, you've got to feed your mind. You got to feed your brain, because right now you don't know what you don't know. And if you knew it, you'd already be there, but you're not there yet. So you need to flush out all the crap right now that's in your mind and put in new information and let go of the old beliefs that you had in the past that have kept you to where you are now, and let new information in, new beliefs, new possibilities. And once you do that and you keep on feeding your mind, it's going to take you to a different place. Your thoughts, your reality will reflect what's up here. Tip number 2, you've got to find your passion. I don't care what anyone says, you have to find your passion, because your passion is something that you love to do. It comes to you easily. It's a continuous flow of energy that just happens naturally, and you're going to do it regardless whether you're making money or you're not. Good times or bad, whether you hit resistance or you feel pressure, you're still going to do it because you love to do it. Following your passion is something that's really, really important, that you have to do it, because you're going to experience a lot of hardship and a lot of heartaches and a lot of stress. And if you don't follow your passion, you're just going to quit. You're going to go do something else that you're not passionate about. Number 3, you got to write your goals down. If you don't write your goals down, you're never ever going to achieve them. You don't have a roadmap. You don't have a target. I see so many people that want to become financially free, leave their job, do what they want to do in their own time, don't have to report to a boss. But the first thing you say to them is, have you written your goals down? And they don't write their goals down. Statistically proven that like 90% of the people that do not write their goals down, they never achieve them. They never ever achieve them. So just by writing your goals down and refining them on a weekly basis or even a monthly basis, you've got a target to aim for. And if you don't write your goals down, you're pretty much like screwed. So you must write your goals down, point blank, period. Tip number 4, do some sort of yoga or meditation, because this is going to clear your mind. It's going to give you some sort of clarity. And try to do this early in the morning. So this is something that, again, it's a continuous process. I'm not an expert on this, but I know it definitely helps, because if you set up a schedule, if you set up like a routine and you do this in the morning, this is going to help you set up your day with the right intentions. You're going to be set to go, and you know what you've got to do for the day. It'll just give you some sort of clarity in the morning, so then you know what you've got to focus on during the day. Number 5, but everyone knows about this one. Okay, this one's no secret. This one is just exercise. Even if it's something small, even if it's going for a walk for 30 minutes, even if it's doing like a 5-minute routine to raise your heart rate, even if it's just doing some crunches or jumping on the skipping rope or doing some burpees, just some sort of physical exercise for just, even if it's just 5 minutes of focused, intense workout. I mean, just go on YouTube, type in 5-minute workout from home with no weights, and there's a lot of YouTube videos on just like it's proven that just doing focused high intense focused exercises with no weights, but you don't have any rest period, or you might have a rest period of only like 20 seconds, that's actually equivalent to doing like a really long 30-minute or 45-minute run. And you can achieve those results in like 5 or 8 minutes. Number 6, picking your niche. I mean, it's different to picking your passion, because your passion might be working on cars. That's kind of like, you know, you're interested, you have skills with working on cars. With picking your niche, it's got to be more specific, because you have to become an expert in that chosen niche. You can't just become like a jack of all trades. You have to be more specific into it, because the more narrowed down and more specific you are, the easier it is with being able to get your target audience that you're looking for. Like, for example, if you're into building cars and your whole niche is about building cars, that could be like, there's so many different cars that you could build, right? But if you niche down and you're into building hot rods in the 1950s, restoring hot rods, now that's really defined and it's more specific, and you're going to become an authority in that niche. So you want to sub-niche down, and you want to be as more detailed, as more focused as possible, because then you can easily become a great authority in that niche, and you'll easily actually find your target audience a lot sooner than just people that are just following you because they like cars. Number 7, build a following or tribe in that niche. Okay, we just talked about the niche before. Now we're going to build a tribe of following in that niche. Building a tribe is really important, because they're going to be your people that you're basically going to become your customers. All right, what you're going to do is you're going to give value. You're going to solve the problems for this niche, for this target market, and you're going to solve their problem, and then they're going to be able to pay you for that service or product that you're going to offer them. Okay, so by building a tribe or audience within your niche that you've chosen, the more hyper targeted, the better. Obviously, if you can build a hyper targeted niche that there's 100,000 people, like, that's going to take a long time, but it doesn't have to be 100,000 people. It can just be 1,000 people that's really highly targeted, that's interested in hot rods in the 1960s, that want to build them or buy them. Obviously, the more hyper targeted, the better, and the bigger, the better, but you're really going to focus on building that tribe, and that's the hardest thing about it. Once you have that audience, it's easy. Really, it is, because the audience is the thing that takes time. I mean, you can use free strategies or paid strategies, and most people will use free strategies because, you know, they have limited funds or they don't know how to use paid advertising. The free route is normally the way that people go, but it takes time to build this audience. But once you build a tribe, I mean, it's basically like just printing money, because they have a problem.
I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it.
And you're going to solve it.
Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it.
And they're willing to pay you money to solve that problem. It's as simple as that. Number 8, you want to build products and services that solves a problem to that niche. To that tribe you're building, you're going to create products and services, and you're going to sell it to them, okay? They have to be valuable, and it's going to have to solve their problem. For example, if you've got a niche and it's in the hot rods in the 1960s and you build them, right? People can follow you, can follow your website, they can follow you on YouTube, they can follow you on social media, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, okay? And they want to build a hot rod because they really like hot rods in the 1960s. But to them, they just don't have the time, but they still love hot rods. So then what you can do is, as you're building out this project and you finish the project, then you can sell it to the people that are following you, and then you can just sell them the actual hot rod, okay? So now your viewership, your tribe, your following becomes that source of income for you, where you're exchanging value for money, right? You have something that's very valuable to them. They don't have the time. Instead of them just going through the whole heartache and having to build it, hey, you've already built it for them. It's exactly what they wanted. They saw you build it, they know that it's really top quality, and they're just willing to pay you. So that's what I mean by creating products and services. Now, you don't have to sell like a hot rod, okay? You can sell a course on how to build a hot rod, or you can sell an ebook on how to build a hot rod. You can sell a membership site on step-by-step videos on how to build that hot rod, okay? And then people can consume that content in their own time. Number 9. This one's a really, really big one, because this is going to determine whether you succeed or not. What you got to do is you've got to focus, you got to be committed, and you got to stay consistent. You got to be focused, you got to be committed, and you got to stay consistent. This is like right up there with mindset, because like no matter what you're doing online, if you want to create income online, no matter what it is, it doesn't matter what it is, okay? It's all the same. It's all the same. You have to go through all the steps, okay? And for you to be able to build that audience, for you to be able to create goodwill in the marketplace, you have to be able to do this thing long enough to build that tribe. You're gonna have to stay committed to it. If you just flip and you just switch and you just go to something else, you're gonna be like, it's like getting out of the line. You've got a whole line of people, you're jumping out of the line, you're like, you know, there's like a line of 100 people and you're like 10 from getting served. Then you jump out of that line to do something else, or then you go back to the line. You become like a person number 100 again. So this is how, by staying committed to whatever your niche is, whatever your goal, your passion is, you have to stay committed to it. If you just switch, you're done. And this, you have to be consistent with it. If you're creating a website and you're building a tribe, you don't just do it like, you know, once a month or even once a week. You have to put information out, create videos, put content out there that'll attract these people that are looking for this information. And this may be on a daily basis. So this is where the consistency comes in. All right, I remember my journey, I didn't know these things. I was focused and I was committed, but I kept on jumping around. I kept on jumping out of that line when I was like about to get served, and then I was jumping in back of another queue of something new. And I kept on jumping. You have to stick to one thing, and you have to do it consistently, or else you're never going to reach that desired goal. And don't believe anything that anyone tells you online that tells you it's easy, you're going to make all this money, you're going to become rich. It's total BS. You have to do something consistently for an extended period of time, or you're never going to ever get tangible results. Number 10. Earlier on, when I first started my journey, when I wanted to leave, I did a lot of these things that, you know, I regret doing, because all I wanted to do was make money now. I wanted to make money fast. And so I did all these programs and I did all these things that were just short term, and they would quickly fade away. And, you know, I became this person that I didn't really want to become. So that's why I always, you know, make this point that whatever you're doing, there's a moral thing to it. Like, you have to be honest, you have to be upfront, and you have to do the right thing. You have to be ethical, because the minute that you cross that line is the minute that you basically damage your brand, okay? And, you know, you can build trust for years and years and years in the marketplace, and then you just do one thing to damage your brand, all that trust is eroded in the marketplace. So never do anything unethical, never do anything that is going to ruin your brand. And I've seen a lot of people do this. They just go out there and they take the money. You know, they'll join some sort of shady type of program that will give them money, right? But it's not ethical. So don't ever do this. Even though if you're struggling right now and you're broke and you're thinking about, hey, I want to do these fast money, get rich quick type of things, just trust me. Don't do it, because it's going to come back and haunt you in the long run. And it's like anything, right? When you go to the casino and you win, what happens? You go back to the casino. And once you start to make some money online, but you do it in this fashion, and you made it so easy, what are you going to do when you come back, like when you need some more money, right? You're going to go back to what you know, and that's go for these things that are just superficial, they don't last, they quickly dissolve and disappear, and they leave this trail of destruction along the way. So don't get involved with that stuff. Never compromise your brand. Never promote anything that's shady or dodgy. Always stick to your guns no matter what. You'll find a way, and you'll figure out a way to do it ethically. Your brand is going to be much better in the long run. All right, guys, so they're my top 10 tips. I hope this helps you. These are like your bread and butter. These tips will build your base. Okay, now there's a lot of things I could talk about each tip, but I think you get the point, right? Just do some more research, buy some books that on each point further on in about brand, about niche, about your passion, about focus, about commitment, about consistency, about building a tribe. You know, there's a bunch of books out there, and start building, getting that knowledge, continually feed your brain every day. There's a whole bunch of ways to do it, but a good way to do it is consume information and to read books. So just go to Amazon.com, start searching all these subjects that I just talked about, okay? If you enjoyed this content, just leave a comment, leave a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy the content, leave a thumbs down. Thanks for watching, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one, guys, okay? Have a great day.